The Crisco Kidd Block Party.
Let's go. Next guest on the show is a Grammy Award winner, a Diamond certified artist, DJ, producer, songwriter. He's also the DJ that you see on stage at every Pitbull show. That's right, the official DJ. You know him, we know him. He's family. Make some noise for CHINO!
I'm 20, baby. What's up, Crisco Kidd? Block Party. Baby. Y'all know what it is. 305 in the house.
You know what it is, man. Hey, congratulations. I mean, the project is out now, Underdogs. We've been talking about it. The world's been talking about it. How does it feel to have y'all's project out? I mean, you, Pitbull, all the special guests. It's got to feel
good, man. Yeah, it feels good. I've been working in this project for like 2 years. So, finally out is a blessing. And shout out to Pitbull for also, collaborating on this project with me as a combined album, and all the features are here. We got a lot of music out there now. Now we got to let the people decide what they want to do. They want to party. They want to drink. They want to get loose. You got to listen to the Underdogs.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, man, now I know you said you've been working on the project for 2 years, but this is actually taking if you really think about it, it's probably been about 20 years to put this thing together, because not only we talk about the music, but the relationships, the time to understand what's happening with music. All that is taking time and years to develop what you put into this, because you feel it, man. This is a different project than y'all put out before.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the project feels good. You could relate to the energy and the music, and we're trying to make timeless music. That's what this project is about, and fun up tempo. We got a couple urban tracks there too, but I wanted to keep it more fun up tempo, more what people love Pitbull for as well, and myself. So now we focus on that sound in this project for sure. But definitely, like you said, like Pit, it's been 20 years. We've been friends, and we're more family at this point. So working with him is a blessing, you know what I mean?
How are we setting off the Takeover? What's the song we starting with?
Well, we definitely got to set off with Tamo Bien. You already know, with my brother Enrique Iglesias and Pitbull. And since we're feeling good, Tamo Bien, this is what it is. Crisco Kidd, hit him with that Tamo Bien right now. Let's go.
Pit's been on tour with Enrique. You've been on tour. You've seen the whole process here. How did y'all come together for that one?
Enrique is always, it's always an honor to work with Enrique. I actually produced before with him and Pitbull on different projects for Pitbull as well. So this is not the first time that I worked together with him as creating a song, but definitely one of my songs that I'm a part of as an artist. Definitely this is the first one that I could do, that I did with him, and it was a cool, process. I had the idea with the hook on the record. Pit wasn't on the record yet, so I reached out to Enrique. I just, I shot to the stars. I was like, let me see if he likes the song. It was 6-7 months, just going back and forth, ideas, and I was sending him other records too. But this one definitely caught his ear. And then when he recorded, I was like, oh man, that was amazing, because Pit wasn't even on the record yet when he recorded, So he trusts the process, and he trusts my verse as well on the record. And then when I showed it to Pit, I told him that I was working with him back and forth, though. That's how Pit got on the record right after. So appreciate Enrique Iglesias for giving me this opportunity and Pitbull. But this song is amazing. It's all about Tamo Bien and a good time. So you already know what it is, but we're going to get it one way or another.
Gotta get it, man. Hey, speaking of, you mentioned the word team a couple of times, whether it was Enrique's team or your team. Talk about how important, just the support has been throughout it all. When, CHINO, I feel like anything that we do, either here at Globalization or if it's on the front facing side of what you guys are doing, from the music to the tours and all that, being a part of such a great team, what's the difference when you have a team and a group of people that really believe in what you're doing versus some situations you've been in over 20 years to where you might not have had the support that you have right now?
There's always going to be people who are going to believe in you and people that are not going to believe in you. But you got to believe in yourself, and you got to prove to them that you believe in yourself more, so they can be a part of that believing, part of the career, to take it to the next level. But definitely we have an amazing team. It's been a team that it's been building for years. It's like you said, people have come and go, but we always to have people in the team that want to grow more, and how Pit, being a boss, he lets you grow and he lets you do whatever you want, as long as you want to do whatever you want to do, you could do it. It's up to you, and then he doesn't hold you back, and I think that's amazing. That shows what a leader he is, and he's confident on who he is too. Because a lot of people they don't want to give you opportunities and stuff because think you're gonna do something else. I feel like everybody's different and everybody has a vision, and that's why I think our connection works as well because we help each other out, we balance each other out, and we push each other more, you know. But definitely the whole 305 family, the whole SiriusXM, everybody like that supporting me now, like I appreciate it. But I mean, like 10 years ago, I was trying to do songs too, and it wasn't the same. Now, obviously, everything takes time. Everything is a process. So, you know, I'm so happy and grateful that we are part of the Team Pitbull and you know, like we have a person like Pitt in the team that's a leader that always puts us on, you know?
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. And you feel that throughout the project and just everything we do with our relationship. It's always been a phone call or a text, man. And we're going to make something happen, dog. We're going to make something happen.
Yeah, you're always for showing love. Block Party, Crisco Kidd always, you know, show love since when we did the discoteca interview as well. So, like, I feel like from that project to this project, I see a lot of the growth in myself too as an artist. You can hear it in the music, you know, it takes time. Like, for any artist that's out there, me being a DJ, a producer, doesn't mean that I can just get on a mic and rap and sing, but it's just a process. You can hear the confidence now in the voice and everything. So, like, I feel like this is like a graduation project for me as an artist that you know, and it's gonna get better, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and like you said, you can definitely hear the growth and you can see it in this project. I mean, you got a couple of anthems. I think, like, you know, back in the day when we're earlier in our careers, you look back, you're thinking, oh, I was just trying to put this album out, or I was just trying to put this song out. But it seems like every song, a part of Underdogs, there was a message behind it, or you wanted to put a full project together that is just press play, whether you're streaming or you got whatever you may be listening to or watching it on. This is just hit after hit after hit. You gave us some anthems for the summer and for the rest of 25. I mean, come on, man.
Like I said, like, you know, I wanted to do like a timeless project, and I feel like every song has a potential to be a single song. Sometimes people do albums and they just focus on like one or two tracks. I wanted to make every record like a single potential record with the caliber of artists that are featured on the record too. Like every record has like a different flavor. They all have fun, you know, like up-tempo, catchy chorus, catchy melodies. I mean, you can hear it. You've been in radio forever and doing your thing, so you gonna understand where we're coming from. And I feel like if I had the opportunity to do a record with Pitbull, I want to try to make the best opportunity to make the best song, because you never know which song is the one that can go worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Like with an artist that big, you have to be able to touch every part of the world, so you don't want to limit yourself, you know? I still want to do a little bit of trap with the Rubia record, and then Sin Ropa we made like a reggaeton record just to kind of keep the culture in there, but it's more like to set up the trend with like the sound of IAMCHINO and Pitbull, like what we want to do, like so people can like identify us with that sound, and that's what this project is mostly about. That's why like 80% of the project is all like the up-tempo fun party music, you know?
Hey, well, which one do you want to play right now? You want to do, you just mentioned Rubia, you mentioned Sin Ropa. What do you want to go into next?
We're going to go right now. We're going to go into Borracho y Loco with my brother, Flo Rida and Pitbull. And this is right here. This is an anthem off rip, a lot of energy. So I hope you guys enjoy it whenever you're getting ready to go to the club, whenever you're on the way to the club, whenever you're in the club. You got to listen to Borracho y Loco. Let's go.
Let's go, Borracho y Loco. This is like when it's, I guess, phone calls or text again. Hey, was it like, we need to make another Miami, like an anthem just for the clubs and everything? Was it that simple?
Yeah, I mean, the song originally was me and Pitt on the song. The song was crazy because it got a different structure before. I had an intro, like a singing melody in the intro. And then when I presented to Pitt, he definitely took the record to the next level. So when I got those parts, I was like, nah, bro. Like, Pitt got to set it off rip, like for the DJs, you know, like the hook first. Some records work like that. Some records work different. But like, you know, I wanted to make something, like you said, something simple with a lot of energy. And I'm like the other person that could deliver this energy on this verse, besides my verse that's in Spanish. I wanted to see if I can get an international artist, and I think Flo made all the sense, because this type of track he can kill his sound too, you know, like everybody knows Flo has a lot of hits. Shout out to Flo Rida for being on this record. And then I did a little piece on the record too, like a verse, so I'll be able to perform it on my live shows. So everything worked out perfectly, and the song, it is what it is now. It's definitely a club party anthem for life, timeless, and you know, more on the way, baby.
Yeah, hey, more on the way. We know that. We know that, and we got more on the way right here at Pitbull's Globalization, the block parties to Takeover. Well, I am Chino, DJ Chino in the building. Hey, you just mentioned international when you talk about shows and you talk about touring and all that. I mean, the last couple of years with the whole Baldy trend, and no matter if you're in the United States, if you're in Europe, if you're in wherever you might be, it is getting crazy out there, man. What does it feel like when you're in whole different countries and you got people rocking the ball caps? I mean, Damn.
It's amazing. We just did the big Europe tour. We just came from there a couple months ago, and like to see the fans, how they love Pitt, how they embrace him with his brand, like the way that he looks. It's something that, like you just can't make that up. You can't buy that. That just goes to show hard work, having a solid career like Pip for so many years, that now all the new fans, like, it's like trending again, like with the younger generation on the TikToks and all like the world. That goes to show you like that good music is, like it keeps going on generations, and a lot of artists haven't been able to do that in their careers, Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing out there, but it's really hard for you to, like, after 25 years, stay consistent and stay, like relevant, especially nowadays. So I feel like Pip always brings good, positive message. The world needs that too, like there's a lot of like bullshit happening around the world. So when people go to the Pip show, you already know, you've been to the show. So it's like, it's like a therapy. People having a good time. You forget about all the problems and you just enjoy. And then he gives you a good message, a great show. And that's why I feel like people relate to it. But I mean, it's just crazy. When we first started seeing the movement, we just laugh at it, because it's like, wow, it's amazing, But Pit, he even tripped out. He's like, oh, I never seen so many people myself, like in front of me. But now, it's definitely shout out to all the baldies out there that come with the energy. And like Pit says in the show, if you put on that bar cap, you already know you're going to have the time of your life, baby.
The Crisco Kidd Block Party.
Hey, Chino, look, we played the party record, we played some of the sexy records. We've kind of gone all over the country, all over the world with the Underdog right now. But real quick, just let's go back in time, because we've shared some of the great stories. We know the success now, but it wasn't always that easy to come up with the theme for Underdog. What was the message, and what's the message that anyone listening, they're having a good time, but what do you want people to walk away with, knowing that feeling that y'all put together with this?
Oh, definitely. I love the name Underdogs because everybody loves an underdog story. I relate myself. I have an underdog story. Pitbull has an underdog story, and a lot of the artists on this project that I picked, that I choose to like put on, they're also underdogs, including like an Enrique Iglesias, when he was starting, like a Flo Rida, Mariah, De Oro, everybody, on the project, some way, somehow I can relate to an underdog story. So the message, even though it's a fun party album, like I wanted to give the message of the underdogs, because that's what we came from. We came from nothing to doing something now, and it's a message for all the young kids out there, or anybody that's trying to do music or something that's not music. Like, if you put in the work and then you focus, and you could do anything you want. And that's what the message is about, going from negative to positive. Me coming from a different country to have this opportunity now to have this album is like definitely underdog story. So like there's definitely a true story behind the underdogs between me and Pit. So I think it worked out. He loved the idea, and then that's what we wanted to put out to the world, besides the fun project, more like the underdog story, so people could know where we come from,
Come on, man. Come on. You did it. Like I said, man, we feel it. To me, this is my favorite project you put out, man. I love it, from the art, from the whole Grand Theft Auto, everything that it's looking like. I love it all, dog.
Shout out to my boy Ice. He's the one that did all the graphic, all the stuff behind the album, all the videos. I love everything he did, like all the characters. It's pretty cool, So like a lot of kids nowadays are into that stuff for YouTube too. So like they're gonna be having fun watching these little videos.
Chino, I know you don't just stop. You don't just put out something and take a break. You always working. What are you thinking for the rest of 25 into 26? What you got?
Oh, definitely. We're gonna keep dropping a couple more records before the year ends. I have already some records lined up. I'm definitely gonna do a part 2 of Underdog. So like whatever artists didn't get to work on this project, I want to put more artists, kind of like go with the legacy of the Underdog, because I love the name and the branding of it. And then obviously we're working on a Pitbull project as well, that I'm producing that for him. That's more on his end. Hopefully before the year drops, we're going to be dropping that with a bunch of new singles, and we got a lot of collaborations on that album too. So there's a lot of music, touring, doing shows and traveling and having fun, baby.
Hey, let me be on that Underdogs too. Let me read like an intro, or let me just do a little hype something.
I got you. Now you put yourself in there. I want to definitely do some skits with some underdogs. I know you got an underdog story as well. You came from nothing, so I'm happy for everything that you're doing, and congratulations with everything as well, man.
Come on. Thank you, Chino. It's all family. It's all love. Underdogs, it is out now. Final shout outs, last words. What you got?
Now, I want to say thank you, Crisco Kidd, Blog Party. Thank you, SiriusXM. Thank you to my brother Pitbull for holding me down in this project, to all the collaborators on this project, all the songwriters, all the producers. everybody, the team on the label, everybody like that's helping that put this project together. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I want you guys to enjoy Underdogs, and to all the Underdogs out there, just know that you could do it because you could be the most winning, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. The most winning. The most winning. IAMCHINO, the Underdogs. Let's give them another one on the way out. What you want to play on the way out?
I want to play Hangover because I'm a little hangover from last night. I had the unreleased party, but
I saw the video. I saw Laz up in there. I saw the Holy Vodka.
Shout out to Volley Vodka for holding me down at the party. Shout out to Factoria Azúcar. Shout out to DJ Laz that came through. Show love everybody that went out there, all the press, all the media people. And shout out to Barbie putting the project together as well with me from the label, helping me with the release party. And then always Mina, she always looked out as well. So I want to say that after that, we went to Go Rush. That's why I'm a little hangover right now. But you already know what it is. We're good. We're going to make it through.
Hey, well, look, we're going to keep that partying going because in October, I'm about to be in Miami for EXPCon. So I'm going to be out there Sunday night through Wednesday. So one of those nights, you better be ready, dog. Bring the volley.
We're going to touch the city. Shout out to volley. We're taking volley shots, baby. Let's go.